Let me first off start off by saying welcome. Woo! This is awesome. I am just like so glad all of you are here. It's great. It's great. And all the new faces, well, all of y'all. I think most of y'all are over here. That's okay. We'll get you mixed. It's okay. So I'm supposed to talk tonight, and needless to say, I haven't been prepared for it at all. Was trying to do it during work, but as most of y'all know, working and trying to do anything else like schoolwork or reading scripture or anything like that, either A, your bosses are mad at you, or B, you just can't do it. For me, it was just I couldn't do it. I was having a hard time. It actually turned into a blessing. This weekend is all about serving. We're going to learn about the eye of a servant, or the eyes of servants, the mind of a servant, and the heart of a servant. For me, it's difficult. Most of you know I'm very egotistical. To the new people, I'm very egotistical. I think I'm right all the time. Well, I know I'm right all the time. No. I think I'm right all the time. I like to argue my point, and even if you prove me wrong, it takes me a while to accept that. I work in customer service. I work in Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Besides renting cars, my job is to serve the customer. And normally, I try to start my day out with some worship music. I try to start my day out with some praise songs. Today was not one of those days. I didn't start it out right. I didn't get time to talk with God. I didn't get time to study His Word. I didn't get time to listen to praise music. So I started the day off in a bad way. However, God did actually show up a couple of times today. I don't like giving people free things. Especially when I'm working. Indignation. It's a righteous anger. It's a feeling that things are unjust. And for me, I feel like most of our generation, along with the generation that are our parents and grandparents, I feel like a lot of them feel like they're entitled to things. Feel like they're entitled to anything and everything that they want. And so my customers today happen to be that way. Working in customer service, I pretty much have to give them whatever they want. And so that happened a couple times today. Customer complained about a particular vehicle having been smoked in, even though I'm the one who drove the vehicle up to the front, and there was no scent of smoke. However, as a customer service person, I can't sit there and be like, liar! There's no way. And so they didn't want the other vehicle that I had. And so I had to give them a free bonus, a free upgrade. I didn't like it. I was mad. But on the drive up here, I got to thinking about it. And actually, Rachel and I were kind of discussing how my day went, and this was brought up. And for me, I feel like I see things that are unjust in the world. I keep an eye out for somebody cheating the system. And I hate them for it. I get mad at them for it. That happened today. Actually, funny thing is, I hate people cheating the system. I also hate people who are impatient. Even though I'm probably one of the most impatient people ever. And so it's kind of an interesting balance that I have. Like, I'm okay if I'm unjust. I'm okay if I feel entitled. I'm okay if I'm a jerk and have no patience. Heaven forbid somebody else do it to me. It ain't right. And so today we were actually standing in the line at Chick-fil-A, and there's an older gentleman behind me. The person who was in front of me, I forget who was in front of me. One of y'all was in front of me, I forget who. But Stephanie was in front of me. Stephanie did her order and then walked away. Well, I was still talking with other people, and the gentleman behind me tapped my shoulder. And I look back and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then I'm like, wait a second, this dude doesn't know me? What's he doing touching me? Like, what gives him the right to be that way? And so, me in my righteous indignation, in my feeling that this was unjust, in my feeling that old people of all people should be patient, but he wasn't. And so, I'm going to give this guy a piece of my mind. I'm going to tell him, you're in the wrong. You need to be more patient. But the conversation that Rachel and I had is I said, I would love to be the guy that tells people you're in the wrong. You're doing this wrong. You're cheating the system. You're lying. You need to be more patient. But I'm an egotistical person. I am a jerk. And I know that I don't have anywhere near the humility that it would take to be that person to tell somebody, hey, you're in the wrong. Because the way that I would say it, I'd be like, stop being a jerk. You're old, you're decrepit, slow down. I need to know that fast. And those are the words that would come out of my mouth. But that's kind of where God kind of stopped me. And actually opened my eyes to say, hey, wait. That's not your place. Your place in anything, is to pray that that person would have more patience. To pray that that person would be more mature. To pray that God would move in his life. And so one of the verses that Craig's going to talk about is Luke 6:37. 38. I'm sorry, 38. I actually want to go back to 36 and then read to 38. Be merciful. Oh yeah, if y'all want to turn in, you can. Luke 6:36. Luke, New Testament, Gospel, comes after Matthew and then after Mark. It does come after Matthew. Comes after Mark, comes before John. All right. 6 is after 5, 4, 7. All right. Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. And do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Pardon, and you will be pardoned. Give, and it will be given to you. They will pour into your lap a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. For by your standard of measure, it will be measured to you in return. I hate being wrong. But this is a place where I'm wrong. This is a place where I have a problem. I judge. And I don't want to be judged. I condemn. Far be it for me to be condemned. I don't pardon. But I demand that my God pardons me. And I demand that people pardon me. I don't have the eyes of a servant. I don't have the mind of a servant. I don't have the heart of a servant. I, Briquette, do not possess those things. But God is gradually working through me and through other people to show me where I can be. Whether it be customers walking up and saying, I want a free something. Or if it's the old guy in the line behind me after waiting for, 30 minutes, taps me on the shoulder because he can't wait a couple extra seconds. That's all I've got to say.